Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Jai Shri Radhanas, Jai Shri Radhanas, Jai Shri Radhanas, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Wow. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Wow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Nanda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Chaitanya Jaya Jai Shri Chandra Jaya Gaur Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Shri Chandra Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Sadika Bhaktivinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Sadika Bhaktivinda. Reading Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, Chapter 1, The Spiritual Masters. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Jai Shri Ram Gaura Hari Das. Jai all dissembled pure devotees. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and the moon, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda, darkness of ignorance, to dissipate the darkness of ignorance, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. What the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is but the effulgence of his body, and the Lord known as the Supersoul is but his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself, full with six opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater or equal to him. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachidevi, be transcendently transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of our heart, of your heart. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the Son of Srimati Sachidevi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent as the radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most sublime, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love, the mellow of conjugal love, the mellow of conjugal love. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Anarpita, not bestowed. Karim, having been formerly Shirat for a long time. Karunaya, by causeless mercy. Avatirna, descended. Hello, in the age of Kali, Samapayitam, Samarpayitum, to bestow, Nunata, elevate, Ujvala, Rasam, the conjugal Svabhakti of his own service, Shriyam, the treasure, Hari, Supreme Lord, Purata, the gold, Sundara, more beautiful, duty of splendor, Kadamba, with a multitude, Santipita, lighted up, Sada, always, Daya Gandhar, in the cavity of the heart, Spuratu, let him be manifest, Spuratu, let him be manifest, Spuratu, let him be manifest, Va, your, Sachi Nandana, the son of Mother Sachi. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Radha, Srimati Sachdevi, be transcendently situated in the inmost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy, to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna, the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the most internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Oh, desiring to understand to the glory of Radharani's love the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his life. The Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Sri Mati as the moon appeared from the ocean. May Sri Nityananda Rama, may Sri Nityananda Rama be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan, Sheshanaga, and the Vishnus lie on the Karana Ocean. Garba Ocean and Ocean of Milk are his favorite portions and the portions of his favorite portions. I surrender unto the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda. I surrender to the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, who is known as Sankarshan in the midst of the Yatur Vyuha, consisting of Vasudeva, Sankarshan, and Anu. He possesses full opulence, resides in Vaikuntha Loka, far beyond the material creation. I offer my full obeisances. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, whose partial presentation called Karanodam Kashayi Karanodu Karanuda Karanuda Kashayi Karanuda Kashayi, lying on the Karana ocean is the original Purusha, the master of the illusion of energy and the shelter of all the universe. The shelter of the universes. I affirm my full obeisances to the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, partial part of whom is Garbo Dakashayi Vishnu. From the navel of Garbo Dakashayi Vishnu sprouts the lotus that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nandarama. I offer my respectful obeisances to the feet of Sri Nityananda Rama. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the free feet of Sri Nityananda Rama, whose secondary part is the Vishnu, lying in the ocean of milk. That Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all universes. Shishanaga is his further part. Lord Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Lord Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Lord Advaitacharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. Because he is none different from Hari. Because he is none different from Hari. The Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. Because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Therefore I take shelter of him. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is none different from his features as a devotee, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. I offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is none different from his features as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhaktarupam Swarupa Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Glory to all the merciful Radha and Mandana Mana. I am lame and ill-advised. I am lame and ill-advised. Yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. In the temple of jewels, in the temple of jewels, in the temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desired Shri Shri Radha, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. In the temple of jewels in Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances to them. Shri Srila Prabhupada, who originated transcendental mellows of the rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vamshivata, and attracts the attention of the coward damsels with the sound of celebrated flutes. May they all confer upon us their benediction. Glory to Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda, glory to Advaita Chandra, and glory to all the devotees of Sri Gaur Chaitanya. These three, these three deities of Vrindavan, Govinda and Gopinath, had absorbed the heart and soul of Gaudiya Vaishnava. Followers of Lord Chaitanya, I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotee of and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. In the beginning of the narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benediction. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance. Hari, Hari, Hari. such a description, one can visualize the Supreme Lord. In the fourth verse, in the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, with the ultimate substance, which with such a description, one can visualize the Supreme. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. But in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his. In these 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5, I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. The next 2 verses describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verse describes the Lord, his plenary portions, his incarnations, his energies, and his devotees. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the Supreme. I offer my obeisances to all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. I request all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as it's in the review. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as spiritual masters, the devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these 60 diversities, of the one by invoking their benedictions. I offer my respectful obeisances to the masters, the devotees of the Lord, the Lord's incarnations, portions, his energies, and the primeval God himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating and all my spiritual masters. Hari, Hari, Hari. By instructing spiritual masters, my instructor spiritual masters are Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. These 6 are my instructing spiritual masters. Therefore, I offer a million of respectful obeisances unto their lotus feet. There are innumerable devotees of the Lord, of whom Srivad Thakur is the foremost. I offer my respectful obeisances thousands of times unto their lotus feet. Advaita Acharya is the Lord's partial incarnation, and therefore I offer my obeisances millions of times at his lotus feet. Srila Nityananda is the primary manifestation of the Lord, and I have been initiated by him. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. I offer my respectful obeisances to the internal potency of the Lord, of whom Sri Vedadar Prabhu is the foremost. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the personality of Godhead himself, and therefore I offer innumerable prostrations at his lotus feet. Having offered obeisances unto the Lord and all his associates, I shall now try to explain these six diversities in one. Although I know that my spiritual master is the servitor of Sri Chaitanya, I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is known from Krishna. The spiritual master is none different from Krishna. The spiritual master is none different. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. One should know the instruction of spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself. Lord Krishna manifests himself as the super soul and as the greatest devotee of the Lord. Hari, O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with prolonged lifetime of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul, to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavatam, taught Brahma and made himself realized. Please hear attentively what I shall speak to you, for transcendental knowledge about me is not only scientific, but also full of mysteries. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. By my causeless mercy, be enlightened in truth about my personality, manifestations, qualities, and pastimes. Prior to the cosmic creation, only I exist. Prior to the cosmic realization, prior to the cosmic creation, only I exist, and no phenomenon exists, either gross, subtle, or primordial. After creation, only I exist in every, and after annihilation, only I remain eternally. Prior to the cosmic creation, only I exists. No phenomena exists, either gross, subtle, or primordial. After creation, only I exist in everything, and after annihilation, only I remain eternally. What appears to be truth without me is certainly my illusionary energy. For nothing can exist without me. It is like a reflection of a real light in the shadows, where in the light there are neither shadows nor reflections. As the material elements enter the bodies of all living beings, and yet remain outside them all, I exist within all material creations, and yet I'm not within them. As the material elements enter the bodies of all living beings, and yet remain outside them all, I exist in all material creations, and yet am not within them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. A person interested in transcendental knowledge must therefore always directly and indirectly inquire about it to know the all-pervading truth. All glories to Chintamani and my initiating spiritual master, Somagiri. All glories to my instructing spiritual master, the supreme personality of God, and to appear as pickled feathers in this current, under the shade of his lotus feet, which are desired trees. Jaya Shri Radhani enjoys the transcendentality of an eternal concept. Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Since one cannot visually experience the presence of the Super Soul, he appears before us as a liberated devotee. Such a spiritual master is none other than Krishna himself. Hari Hari. One should therefore avoid bad company and associate only with devotees, with their realized instructions. Such saints can cut the knot, connecting one with activities unfavorable to devotional service. The spiritually powerful message of God can be properly discussed only in the society of devotees. It is greatly pleasing to hear in that association. If one hears from devotees, the way of transcendental experience quickly opens, and gradually one attains firm faith that is, that in due course develops into attraction and devotion. Into attraction and into attraction, into attraction and devotion. Rati, attraction, bhakti, love, will follow one after another. Anukramishati, Anukramishati. Shradharatir Bhaktir, Anukrami Shati. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare. A pure devotee constantly engaged in the loving service of the Lord is identical with the Lord, who is always seated in his heart. Saints are my heart, and only I am their heart. They do not know anyone but me, therefore I do not recognize one besides them as mine. Saints of your caliber are themselves places of pilgrimage because of their purity. They are constant companions of the Lord, and therefore they can purify even the places of pilgrimage. Such pure devotees are of two types: personal associates, parishats, and neophyte devotees, savikas. There are three categories of incarnations of God: partial incarnations, qualitative incarnations, and empowered incarnations. The Purushas, Masyas, are examples of partial incarnations. The Purushas and Matchas. The Purushas and Matcha are examples of partial incarnations. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are qualitative incarnations. Empowered incarnations are those like the Kumaras, King Tatu, and Mahamuni Vyas, compiler of the Veda. The personality of God exhibits himself in two kinds of forms: Prakash and Prakash and Vilasa. When the personality of Godhead expands himself in many forms, all non-different in their features, as Lord Krishna when he married 16,000 queens, when he performed his rasa dance. Such forms of the Lord are called manifested forms, Prakash Vigraha. Purport. Thank you, Shila Babu. Shila. A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Shri Prabhupada. The Supreme Lord expands his personal forms in two primary categories. The Prakash, the Prakash forms are manifested by Lord Krishna for his pastimes, and their features are exactly like his. When Lord Krishna married 16,000 queens in Dwaraka, he did so in 16,000 Prakash expansions. Similarly, during the Rasa dance, he expanded himself in, in, in identical Prakash forms to dance beside each and every gopi simultaneously. But the Lord manifests his philosophy expansions, however, they all they are all somewhat different in their bodily features. Lord Balaram is the first philosophy expansion of the Lord Krishna, and the four-handed Narayan forms in Vaikuntha expand from Balarama. There is no difference between bodily forms of Sri Krishna and Balarama, except that their bodily colors are different. Similarly, Sri Narayan in Vaikuntha has four hands, whereas Krishna has only two. The expansion of the Lord who manifests such bodily differences are known as Vilasa Vignas. When the personality of Godhead expands himself in many forms, all non-different in their features, as Lord Krishna did when he married 16,000 queens and when he performed his rasa dance. Such forms of the Lord are called manifested forms, Prakash Vigrahas. It is astounding that Lord Sri Krishna, with one without a second, expanded himself in 16,000 similar forms to marry 16,000 queens in their respective homes. When Lord Krishna, surrounded by groups of coward girls, began the festivities of the Rasa dance, the Lord of all mystic powers placed himself between each two girls. When the coward girls and Krishna thus joined together, each girl thought that Krishna was dearly embracing her alone. To behold this wonderful pastime of the Lord's, the denizens of heaven, their wives, all very eager to see the dance, flew in the sky in their hundreds of airplanes. They showered flowers and beat sweetly on drums. If numerous forms, all equal in their features, are displayed simultaneously, such forms are called Prakash Vigrahas of the Lord. But when the numerous forms are slightly different from one another, they are called Vilasa Vigrahas. And the Lord displays numerous forms with different features. By his inconceivable potency, such forms are called Vilas Vigrahas. Examples of such Vilas Vigrahas are Narayan in Vaikuntha Dham and the Chaturvyuha Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. The energies, concepts of the Supreme Lord are of three kinds. The Lakshmi in Vaikuntha, the Lakshmis in Vaikuntha, the Queens in Dwarika, and the Gopis in Vrindavan. The Gopis are the best of all, for they have the privilege of serving Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord, the son of King Raja, the son of the king. The personal associates of the primeval Lord, Sri Krishna, are his devotees who are identical with him. Personal associates of the primeval Lord, Sri Krishna, are his devotees who are identical with him. He is complete with his entourage of devotees. Now I have worshipped all the various levels of devotees. Worshipping them is the source of all good fortune. In the first verse I have invoked a general benediction, but in the second I have prayed to the Lord in a particular form. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Lord Nitya, who are like the sun and the moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness begins, and thus wonderfully bestow benediction on all. Shri Krishna and Balaram, the personalities of God, formerly appeared in Vrindavan. and were millions of times more effulgent than the sun and the moon, than the sun and the moon, have arisen from the eastern horizon of Kodesh, West Bengal, being compassionate for the fallen state of the worlds, being compassionate for the fallen state of the world, the appearance of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda has surcharged the world with happiness. And the sun and the moon drive away darkness with their appearance and reveal the nature of everything. These two brothers dissipated darkness, discovering the living beings, and enlighten them with knowledge of the absolute truth. The darkness of ignorance is called Kaita, Kaita, the way of cheating, which begins with religiosity, religiousity, religiosity, religious, economic development, sense gratifications, and liberation. The great scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, compiled by Mahamuni Vyasadeva, from four original verses, describes the most elevated and kind-hearted devotees, and completely rejects some materially motivated religiosity, propounds the highest principle of eternal religion, which can effectuate the threefold miseries of a living being and awards the highest benedictions of full prosperity and knowledge. It propounds the highest principle of eternal religion, which can factually mitigate the threefold miseries of a living being and awards the highest benediction of full prosperity and knowledge. Those willing to hear the message of this scripture in a submissive attitude of spirit can at once capture the Supreme Lord in their hearts. Therefore, there is no need for any scripture other than Sri Bhagavatam. The foremost process of cheating, is to desire to achieve liberation by merging into the Supreme. For this causes the permanent disappearance of loving service to Krishna. The prefix pra in the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam indicates that the desire for liberation is completely rejected. All kinds of activities, both auspicious and inauspicious, that are detrimental to the discharge of transcendental loving service to the Lord Sri Krishna, are actions of the darkness of ignorance. All kinds of activities, both auspicious and inauspicious, that are detrimental to the discharge of transcendental loving service to Lord Sri Krishna, are actions of the darkness of ignorance. By the grace of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, this darkness of ignorance is removed, and the truth is brought to light. The absolute truth is Sri Krishna. The absolute truth is Sri Krishna. The absolute truth is Sri. Loving devotion to Sri Krishna exhibited in is achieved through congregational chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all bliss. The sun and the moon dissipated the darkness of the external world and thus reveal external material objects like pots and plates. But these two brothers, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, dissipate the darkness of the inner core of the heart, and thus they help one meet the two kinds of Bhagavatas, things in relationship with the personality of Godhead. One of the Bhagavatas is the great scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the other is pure devotee, the pure devotee, absorbed in the mellows of loving devotion. Through these, through the actions of these two Bhagavatas, the Lord instills the mellows of transcendental loving service into the hearts of the living being. Thus, the Lord, in the heart of his devotee, comes under the control of the devotee's love. The first wonder is that both brothers appear simultaneously, and the other is that they illuminate the innermost depths of the. The first wonder is that both brothers appear simultaneously, and the other is that they illuminate the innermost depths of the heart. These two, the sun and the moon, are very kind to the people of the world. As for the good fortune of all, they have appeared on the horizon of Bengal. Let us therefore worship the holy feet of these two lords. Let us therefore worship the holy feet of these two lords. Thus one will be rid of all difficulties on the path of self-realization. I have invoked the benediction of the Lords with these two verses, text 1 and 2 of this chapter. Now please hear attentively the purport of the third verse. I purposely avoid extensive description for fear of disputing the bulk of it. I shall describe the essence as concisely as possible. Essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence. Essential truth spoken concisely is true eloquence. Simply hearing submissively will free one's heart from the folds of ignorance, and thus one will achieve deep love for Krishna. This is the path of peace. If one patiently hears about the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Prabhu, and their devotees, devotional activities, names and fame, along with the manuals of their transcendental loving exchanges, one will learn the essence of the absolute truth. Therefore, I have described these Chaitanya Charitamrita with logic and discrimination, praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My obeisances to Shri Gaur Haridas, Shri Gaur Haridas. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Kaula Bhaktavrinda. Hari Om.